boys make major moves. Still the same ones that I came with. Up in the payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be, I can admit it. Never submitting, I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness, I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. I overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen, a boss, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, doubt me it's quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself. Got nothing weighing on the mind. One thing I learned after all this time, the mountain you carry meant for you to climb. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the fades. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On third down, Brissett. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. First down carry for Henry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it again with Henry. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they will be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing. Brissett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Pollard again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. On second down, it's Pollard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. From the gun, here's Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. Oh, he shifts past him. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Browns 9.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Brissett. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Maher is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And this throw will be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On play action, Brissett. Swinging this out for Pollard. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Browns at 5-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Brissett. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Robbie Anderson from 21 yards away. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. They'll set up to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers have retaken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast and as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Brissett. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And they get Tristan Wirfs, 1st-round pick in 2020. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Brissett. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. A short kick taken at the 18.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the 2nd half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Inside handoff, Henry. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Thuney.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. That's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
That's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a give here to Pollard. Oh, nice move at midfield. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Henry running right. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Henry up the middle. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Touchdown, LA! Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run with Pollard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Tony Pollard with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And able to get this out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 133 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run left with Pollard, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, kill.
Here's Pollard again. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. So from Charger territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Run for Pollard. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers 39. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Second down, they go again with Henry. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Browns are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, Throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air. All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Pollard. And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Brissett now. This complete to Jones. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. They'll run forward with Pollard. Room here to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. That's sort of a prime example, is it not, of selling out defensively on 4th and short?
It certainly is, because what you're doing defensively is saying you're going to stop them right there at the line of scrimmage or make a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Instead, they get just enough of a hole chopped, and you're thin on the 2nd and 3rd levels, then you become a chaser instead of a tackler.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Completion good for 14 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tony Pollard, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. A first down carry for Henry. And he's got some space here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. The York on now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Brissett. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's Brissett. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Brissett. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Brissett looks to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Chargers, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter.